Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, we're going to be talking about the uh, story that nobody will talk about, the media won't talk about, because quite obviously, um, this is just something that people just don't seem to want to talk about. None of the media, the media doesn't want to talk about it. They want to ignore it. It just doesn't meet the narrative. And again, as people may be getting tired of this, I won't be because again, I am always going to be talking about and criticizing black culture, and I always have some fools kind of chime in and say like, "Oh, it's your people" or whatever. Yeah, and I am also one of those people that is talking about it and wanting to get things changed. But of course, if you idiots keep on talking about this and kind of spouting a little bit of your own racism and stupidity, it kind of just shows that you're ignorant and you're dumb. But nonetheless, here we have here well, the New York Post saying Texas high school football star Austin Metcalf stabbed in the heart, left to die in twin brother's arms at track meet. Dad, a Texas high school track athlete, high school star athlete, my apologies, was stabbed in the heart and left to die in his loving brother's arms following a fight over a seat at a track meet. The boy's heartbroken father said. Austin Metcalf was attending a track and field championship between other area schools at Kuykendall Stadium in Frisco, Texas, when the fatal attack happened on April 2nd. Metcalf, a junior at Frisco ISD's Memorial High School, was in the stands at the stadium when a confrontation broke out between the teen and 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony. Anthony, a senior at Centennial High School, was allegedly told he was sitting in the wrong seat before he drew a knife and launched the attack. Metcalf's father, Jet Metcalf, told the NBC Dallas Fort Worth. Anthony, 17, allegedly stabbed Metcalf in the chest as his victim's brother, Hunter, watched in horror. Hunter, who was born 2 minutes after Austin, rushed to aid his brother but couldn't save him. I tried to whip around as fast as I could, and emotional Hunter told I looked at my brother, and I'm going to talk about the rest. I'm not going to talk about the rest. I tried to help him. They were twins, identical twins, and his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding, and he died in his brother's arms. Hunter Metcalf called his parents to tell them about the stabbing, with their father rushing to the stands to find Austin on a gurney not breathing. I could see all the blood, and I saw where the wound was. I was very concerned, and so I had to find this brother, and we rushed to the hospital. And we prayed, and it's God's plan. I don't understand it, but they weren't able to save him. This is murder. The teen was pronounced dead at the local hospital. Despite saving measures by police and fire personnel, including CPR and administration of blood, the 17-year-old died. This is the individual who did it. Take a long, good look, people. Take a long, good look. Will me zooming in will help? Nope, it won't. Don't worry, we'll have a bigger picture of this low life later. This is the individual who do it. Oh, we're surprised that it's another black person. Yep, totally surprised. Because, we don't have a problem in the black community where this is constantly going on. Where this is not something that is not part of black culture. People want to say, oh, it's not black culture for people to be violent. It's not black culture for all this stuff. Really? Because last time I checked, how many times, especially on this channel through the comments of some very stupid and racist people, they end up saying like, oh, you're not black because you act white. Oh, you're not black because you don't do this. You don't do this type of crime. I was once even told that I was not black because I wasn't acting ignorant enough. Do you realize how racist and stupid that is? That all black people have to be put on a certain term of, a black person has to do this X amount of crime to be black. So pretty much what it is that if you are black and to be deemed as a black person, you have to go smoke weed, you have to do some type of crime, you gotta steal, you gotta shoot people, you gotta have a baby mama, you have to have all these things. These are what makes a person black. But of course, if a person that is black that speaks like me, that speaks like a normal human being, that does not act a fool, oh, you're not black. Oh, you're whitewashed. Oh, this is the problem. And this is a constant thing in black culture. Call me wrong. Black people in the comments. Put it down when you're not acting like a criminal, when you don't have a hairstyle or whatever like this, or what have you. Please tell me how much you're being told that you are whitewashed. You're not black. What? Tell me, how often do you actually experience this? Because I experience it all the time. And we have a culture to where black people are protected by this. Like, this is what it is. And when people say, oh, well, black culture, it's not a thing in the black culture or whatever, and what have you, and there's this. Because I know a huge amount of black people, a lot, that just want to get into rap. And it's not the kind of rap to where, like, talk about life goals or talking about what experience in life or whatever. No, it's just rap killing people, raping women, having sex with a lot of the women. That's all it is. And this is what black people aspire to. This is what their culture is. So miss me with that BS when you're saying like, oh, it's like racist or whatever. No, I'm calling out the obvious patterns, the constant things that always happen within the black community, and of course, nobody talks about it when crimes like this happen because it never fits the narrative. Goes on to say here that Anthony was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He is being held at Collin County Jail. No bond has been set. Good. Let him rot and die in prison. The grieving father questioned Anthony's upbringing and parents as he forgave his son's alleged killer. No. See, you don't do that here. You do not forgive monsters like this. It says here that Anthony, 5'10", free safety, revealed on social media he had received offers from several colleges, mostly Division III schools. Austin Metcalf was remembered as a star linebacker who had garnered attention from schools as he dreamed of playing football in college. Guys, that's all going downhill now. Because he's now gone, he's now dead because a black person cannot contain his emotions. He was recently voted his team's most valuable player and held a 4.0 GPA according to GoFundMe organized by his father. He was a bright young man with a great future ahead of him. Jet Metcalf said, he was a leader of men. His smile would light up the room. His passion for football was unbelievable. We will all remember him for the way he impacted others' lives. This is the reality. Now we're going to do this. Unlimited L's. A 17-year-old student was stabbed in the heart at Texas high school track meet and died in his twin brother's arms. 70-year-old Carmelo Anthony has been charged with first-degree murder. The father said his son, Austin Metcalf, was killed after another student got upset when he told us he was in the wrong spot. So, without further ado, let's just read the report here. Let's just read what's going on here.
His arms, they were twins, identical twins. And his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding. And he died in his brother's arms. And I rushed up there, and I saw him on the gurney. And I could tell. They said he wasn't breathing. And I could see all the blood. And I saw where the wound was.
Austin, his father shares, was born 2 minutes before his twin brother Hunter, the two inseparable. As you can imagine, Austin is being remembered as an outstanding student at Memorial High, his football team's MVP, and a young man of faith. His father grappling with loss and forgiveness.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart.
I won't be surprised if we end up finding out that this is a single mother household with this kid. Would not be surprised. Also, I will not be surprised. Here's one or two things that's going to happen here. It's either a single mother household, or there's both parents in the house, but they'll play the victim. They will say, oh, well, he was such an innocent good boy. He would never do this. I think it's racism. That's what's going to happen. Those are the two outcomes here. Let's be perfectly honest. Because this is how black people are. Perpetual victims. Constantly always have to be a victim. Always crying on racism. Blaming the white men for everything when it's their fault. They raised this kid.
The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder. I don't know. I know they have someone in custody.
Yeah, we do.
And you know what? I already forgive this person. Already. God takes care of things. God's going to take care of me. God's going to take care of my family.
Did God take care of your family when this low life piece of garbage stabbed your son into the heart and killed him? I'm not this super religious person, and I understand people have their beliefs, but forgiving somebody like this is just not, it does not make sense to me. There's a reason why. There is a certain level of things that are going on. God will not protect your family, because if He actually wanted to protect your family, something in the way would have intervened and stopped this monster from stabbing your son in the heart. Right? That's what have happened. God does not protect your family. You protect your family. And I have to say it. I would not be ashamed, or I would completely understand if people avoided black people, if white people avoided black people, or anybody avoided black people. Why? Because you have people like this. You don't know when some random black person is just going to stab you for no apparent reason out of a fit of rage because they can't control their emotions. Let's be perfectly honest here. Right? Black people are doing this to themselves. You cannot blame racism when people recognize a pattern over and over again. We have this here as well, that the twin brother of the 17-year-old 14-year-old student who was stabbed in the heart at the Texas track meet speaks out after witnessing his death.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So yeah. That's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting.
In this sense of that he was going to be a football player, right? Can't do that now because he's stabbed by a delinquent, stabbed by the common denominator. Really senseless, really. Again, it says Paul Espalooza says, say his name, Austin Metcalf. MVP Frisco Memorial High School football, National Honor Society, near perfect GPA. The Texan was fatally stabbed in the chest by Kuykendall Anthony at a Texas track meet. The legacy media would call this a hate crime if race is reversed. 100%. This is what I'm talking about. You black people want to come to me and how you're being oppressed and how you're being attacked? Well, how many black people are killing other black people? And then how many times do we see black people not be in the media? Let's look at this. Let's just do this. Put this here. Who's talking about it? Who? Do you see anybody talking about this outside of NBC? And it's not the actual full network. Who is talking about this, blacks? Who? Daily Wire? The New York Post? Daily Star? Newsweek? Where's CNN? Where's MSNBC? Where's CBC? Where are any of these places talking about this? Not even Fox News is talking about this. The media will never cover this, blacks. We are a protected class right now. And until we stop becoming a protected class and stop becoming perpetual victims, this will never end. I want this video to get popular for the simple reason to call out all black people for doing this BS and how protected we are. Time to put us down a peg. Because we surely hell need it. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Remember to share. As always, take care my friends.